David Ozio.
In 1995.
This should be a tough match. The semifinal. Learn gives nothing away. Ozio is as good as they come.
A little 3-pin.
Good break. He broke that split down again earlier. It was really the pivotal difference in the last game. He breaks down the 3-10 baby split. You'll see the 10-pin standing momentarily. 6 bumps it out off the sideboard, so he's had 2 good breaks on high hits.
Key match because you win here, you go into the finals where the winner can get $48,000, the runner-up $25,000. The loser in this game leaves with $15,000.
And
fair threes.
Well, the angle there, both players are cutting into the head pin, kind of breaks up the splits. If it had been a little later hook, they might have ended up with a 4-6 split, as you see Ozio with a little extra speed, more than we've seen from the other players. Everybody able to break up splits so far. Ozio, a simple spare.
Watching Dad bowl in Vidor, Texas, are Mom Lisa and Heather and Haley. 2 young ladies, 11 and 6. Quite the young ladies at modeling. It's their profession. A good teacher in their Mom Lisa. Pin for the Hall of Famer, inducted into the PBA Hall of Fame along with Walter Ray Williams Jr. Mike Albee, the Player of the Year, PBA Player of the Year, finished 40th here. And as he said, I did cash. So it's going to be more spare shooting time here at Cal Bowl after the big first 2 games, leaving the 2-4-5. Started out with a spare. Butch Soper, again, our talented statistician and making money on tour, having won the last event on the tour of doubles. 40,000. All right, Bo, here's your time.
Thank you, Chris. Jim Johnson, 17 strikes in 2 games. Normally you just waltz through 2 opponents, but one little mistake.
Yeah, didn't have my footing. I'm usually a good spare shooter, too. I missed 2 spares today, and fortunately, one of them really cost me.
I feel like the 10-pin, the shot you had, that straighter down and in shot, seemed like the one to use. Might have even cost you the title.
Yeah, I felt really confident. I thought I could win my first title today. I had a great shot. Everything was just coming together until I made one error. I got a couple breaks. And, oh, well.
You're a good player. You'll be back, and good luck, Jim. Back to you, Chris.
Just another reason why I've enjoyed being around these people for 35 years. They're so honest and so dedicated. Sumlern with 3 spares now here in our semifinal match. David Ozio, his opponent. And he is marked with 2 spares, now shooting in the 3rd frame. Tournament leader is Tom Baker, waiting for the winner of this game. High hit and a 310.
Really the first split we've seen today. We've seen a number of balls go high, but Ozio drifts up high, leaves the 310. You see him an extreme inside line between the 3rd and 4th arrows, gives it out to about the 12th board, which was not enough room. Cross lane, he'll kill the shot, hope to deflect the ball from the 3 into the 10. Whew, that thing just skidded out at the last minute. I thought he had it covered.
Winner of 11 PBA titles.
3 feet from the pin, it looks like he has it. That ice-colored bowling ball, obviously designed to slide, did its job, but a little too well.
Mm-hmm.
Ozio trails by 10, fourth frame.
So our first strike in this game coming in the fourth frame at Cal Bowl, Southern California, where great weather has brought the locals to the farmers market in nearby.
Sense of Passion to Play next Sunday on ABC.
Bob Learn poised, ready for more action here in the semifinal game. He trails by 10, but he can, or rather, leads by 10. With the spare up shooting now in the fourth frame. He's going against David Ozio. Okay, Bo.
Well, Chris, you know, I got a player over here, Tom Baker. Tom, you've been a dominant player in the early 80s, but it's been 10 long years since you won. Have you ever doubted you'd ever come back to the winner's circle?
I had my doubts for a moment there, but mentally I didn't have my doubts. I always thought my head was pretty good shape. The only thing that bothers me probably has been my wrist. You know, my wrist it's not as strong. It's probably not as flexible as the other guys, but I have to work around it, and I just got to use my head a lot more than the other guys do.
Well, he's experienced, Chris. He's our tournament leader, and we'll check him out in a few minutes. Back to you.
And Bob Learn now is beginning to catch on fire. He is just after 3 spares, marked with a double, and 20-pin lead. But David Ozio with the strike up shoots in the 5th. Only a 10-pin lead by Bob Learn. Ozio can make it level, even.
I guess Ozio's greatest talent is his passion for practicing out here on the PBA Tour. Chris, one time when he was in a slump, I watched him practice for 6 consecutive hours. That's 35 to 40 games, and obviously had a great career, but practice is the key.
Ozio went that one with the 10 pin.
Doing the walk around after leaving the 10-pin.
Great record in the AC Delco Classics, as you see a solid 10 in a very pivotal frame that would have tied the match up. He's won this tournament before, and he's been in the championship round the last 2 years.
11 titles, and a title he hopes to gain soon involves bass fishing. Bass Masters. Ray Scott and his group. That is David's goal. He'll make it too. Bob Learn now. Double working. 10.
Left to stop at 10 pin.
Well, we've seen that shot a number of times, just the soft 10, but keep it around the pole. You can't get in too much trouble. With a conversion here, Learn will continue to lead by 10 pins through 6 frames.
Coming up on ABC's Wide World of Sports, Paul Wiley, Victor Petrenko, Kurt Browning, and Robin Cousins are featured in the men's competition at the NutraSweet World Challenge of Champions. Plus, short track speed skating from Holland. It's all coming up next on Wide World, ABC. The match gets closer. The semifinal, prelude to the final. We'll be back for more. But first this.
Mike Tyson.
Meet the general manager for Cal Bowl, Larry Oya. Cal Bowl, part of the Pacific Theater chain, part of Ider, Texas, David Ozio.
Well, the Wizard seems to have got himself tuned in. The first 3 frames he was fishing. He went high, left the 3-pin, got a 10, went high, 3-10 split. Right now, with a strike here in the 8th, he can tie the match.
Ozio himself, huh?
Oh, the 1991 PBA Player of the Year has caught up to Bob Learn late in the game.
Flawless style. Dynamic reaction. Even match. Bob Learn slowing the action down a little bit here, Chris. I like that. He has just said, hey, let me take a little break. And he's set himself. Now he can retake the lead with a strike.
Tomorrow at 1 Eastern, 12 Central and Pacific on ABC Sports, Daytona 500 winner Dale Jarrett and Rockingham winner Dale Earnhardt and all the boys from NASCAR meet in Atlanta for the Pure Later 500. Then it's the first test of the International Race of Champions from Daytona. That's all tomorrow here on ABC Sports.
The man who's ranked 10th in the PBA can take a 20-pin lead with a strike in the ninth. Pivotal frame.
Oh, 4.
Well, this one's going down to the very last shot like the last game. Bob Learn, 2:14 pace. Ozio with a strike in the ninth would be a 2:15. Ozio fiddling around with that thumb hole, has to have that perfect feel.
Almost missed that 4-pin.
Chris, the 4-pin is the most often missed single pin in professional bowling. And he almost misses it again.
With a lot of speed.
And I'll tell you why they miss it more often now. There's more oil in the center of the lanes. It's hard to get that ball over to the left side. Now Ozio with a chance to take the lead. He trails by 9, double working.
Sliding by.
Whoa.
And leaving the
Just
two.
2-pin.
The PBA players call it OB, out of bounds zone. Once you get to the last 7 inches of the lane, the ball will slide out. Ozio went out to that area this time, and it did not come back. Now, as we step up in the 10th, here's the situation. If David Ozio strikes out, he would finish with 2:14. Bob Learn going at a 2:14 pace. Let's see who has it in the 10th. That one forces Bob Learn to mark. My, oh my, solid 10. Situation for Ozio, spare 204, forces Learn to get a mark of any type. Decent count and a mark.
Loser of this game will walk away with $15,000. However, the winner will have a shot at the $48,000 first prize, and should he not make that against Tom Baker, second is $25,000.
He missed so far, he almost struck. That was a wild one. Bob Learn knows he got a terrific break, and he has to take advantage of it. If he misses this spare, he loses. If he makes it, he needs a 2-pin count. Well, that's academic. The spare is the key. Has to make this.
Got it.
He's not proud of it, but it's going to be a victory. Looks like it's going to be Bob Learn Jr., who just needs a mere 2 pins. Let's stay behind the foul line and keep the heart beating. It'll be Bob Learn Jr. going against Tommy Baker.
Got it. That's enough.
2-5, and of
Buckland's
course,
advancing. Oh,
Cobbler
Sam,
doesn't have to worry because he shot a
Definitely a
211,
great
Ozio's
match.
204.
Athletics.
Goes in.